morning. Today is the 8th of March and it's time for a different type of very vague vlog. For once the camera is pointing in the opposite direction, and there's a very good reason for that actually. It's not going to be a vague vlog today, it's going to be a very specific thing. Because we're going to have to talk about something that I never really like talking about on this channel, and it's not even related to cars at all. But I've had a few people over the last few months bring this up, and I really don't like talking about it particularly. And I noticed on a live stream the other day that I did, when I brought this up, I lost 4 subscribers because I talked about this. But it's to do with the lump that's on my forehead that you can see in the picture. Now, some of you know I've had this for a very, very long time. I've had it for something like 15 years. I don't even know exactly how long I've had it, it's just kind of been there. Now, over the last couple of years, and even since I started the channel in 2018, the lump has actually got a bit bigger. It doesn't help particularly as well, but as I've got a bit older, the hairline that I have has receded, so it does show. Now, this is a familial condition. It's dealt with in the sort of dermatological sphere of medicine, and I've actually got 3 of these, not just one, I've got 3. There's one at the back, I'm just touching it here, there's one sort of on the top just there, and then there's the one at the front, just the one that you can see. This is something that's been inherited from my mother. My mother actually had 2 lumps removed in 2018. So it is something that runs in the family. My sort of main point about this is that if you see someone in the street, or maybe on a YouTube video, who has some kind of condition that's abnormal, it's not really going to make them feel particularly good, you pointing it out to them. They generally have to live with that condition, whatever it is, every single day. And generally they've probably taken steps to address it somewhat. In my case, I did go for a consultation in the middle of last year because it was just getting very, very big. I actually had one burst on me. I had an additional, the 4th one burst on me in the middle of 2021, and after that I did think I maybe had to do something about it. Now, because this is a cosmetic thing, it's not actually an urgent health matter, it really isn't. It's more a cosmetic thing. I had to wait a while for this to be dealt with. I did have an ultrasound done as well last year, which proved that there was absolutely nothing to be worried about. It's just an annoyance. Obviously, if I, roll over in the bed and go running near the wall at night, it will wake me up. It'll sort of probably, it'll be the lump will be the first thing it touches rather than the rest of my head. So I do have to live with this all the time, and I just have been a bit kind of shocked at the number of people who pointed out that it's there and that I should do something about it. I know that you are meaning well in what you say, and that I should do something about it, but I am. And this is a car channel, it's not a medical channel. And if I was just walking around in the street with you, would you just kind of tell me that I need to do something about it? I don't think you would. I think the anonymity of the internet has something to do with it. Now, I'm not going to mention any names, people who have said it, you know who you are, but in future, if you see someone who has some kind of abnormality, whether it's in person or online, it's probably best not to state the obvious and say that they've got some kind of abnormality, because they probably know about it already, and they're probably a bit sick and tired of being told about it. I know that some of you mean sort of well, and it's, I don't really want to have this either. I don't want to have this. There's people who have these medical abnormalities wish we didn't have them. But the reason I'm saying this now, and actually that this video will be in more than one part, is because I'm having it removed this evening. I'm not having the other two removed at the moment. It's a bit annoying really, but I'm not actually allowed to have more than one removed in one procedure, which is deeply, deeply frustrating, as you can imagine. So just be aware that this, the time of this recording is the last time that you're going to see this in the order that I'm making these videos. I did film a review actually a couple of days ago, which you might see, and of course the channel members will see this tomorrow once I've recorded the second part of the video. But if you're seeing this, I don't know, in April or something like that, it's just something that I just need to say, because I just don't really want to talk about this again. The way that I'll be dealing with whatever sort of happened in terms of covering it up, whatever's remaining of it, once it's been removed, is I have a hat which was very, very kindly sold to me by Amber from the Driven Blood 24/7 channel. I actually bought it back in November because I thought the date of the procedure might be a little bit sooner than it was, but it's just one thing has sort of led to another, and it's just been delayed a bit. And I think sort of with that, I will leave this now, and I will come back and just conclude this quickly tomorrow. Hello viewers, it is the next day. It is the 9th of March, and I don't know if you can actually see, but the lump is gone. Instead I've got some stitches in it. My hair looks terrible because I'm not allowed to wash it at the moment, and I'm also not allowed to wear the hat that I was planning on wearing, although if I do see you at the NEC next week, obviously for those of you who aren't channel members, this video will be a very, very long time in the future, and so we won't be won't be relevant at all. But yes, it is gone. It's a very, very, very strange feeling. One of the things that I'm very aware of is that a lot of you have much sort of worse problems than I do in this respect, just whether medical problems or something else. And so this is really a sort of a minor thing, and I want to emphasise that it's not really, to be honest, that big a deal. There's far more important things, but I have had it done now. It's not something that I want to discuss really anymore. It's not relevant really to the channel. It's just not something I really want to particularly talk about. It's not much fun particularly. I'm very grateful to everybody actually who has, to apologise for the noise of the motorcycles, by the way, there's not much I can do about that, who has been so wonderful. A lot of people have been really wonderful. Had some very lovely comments from people who are channel members, the subscribers, some people who aren't either, and also people who I've known about it, and I'm very grateful for that. The majority of comments I've had about it, much as I've actually kind of said in the first part, have actually been absolutely fine. They've been very nice, and I'm very grateful to everybody for that. It has sort of helped. It's just a very small minority of people who have just made things a little bit less easy for me to go through the process, and there we go. Obviously there are comments about this whole business that are just less than polite, and I'm afraid I'm just going to remove them because that's the way that it is. Anyway, that's quite enough about that. I don't wish to bring this subject up again. Thank you ever so much indeed for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't done already, leave a comment, or don't, it's up to you. If you wish to become a channel member and see these videos on the date that they're actually edited and released and uploaded, then the link is down below. Otherwise, I'm very happy for you to watch this another time if you like. That doesn't really matter to me at all. The fact that you're actually watching this is wonderful. I sort of pinch myself sometimes that I've actually got over 5,000 people who are subscribed to an update even about a video like this. So thank you ever so much indeed once again.